What?
Are we live?
Yeah, we're live, Jerry.
Oh, cool.
Cool. So,
Roderick Strong sent a message, Rick James style, and was Jordan Miles all smiles in his quest for Adam Cole's gold. We are live and direct, people, and this is What's NXT.
this is NXT. We're cheating.
Yep, a little bit. Summer may be ending,
but things are heating up at full sail.
and this is NXT.
Welcome everybody to
Sorry.
We're still
Making sure
figuring
we're
out the
live.
bells and whistles. This kind of came on a little bit sudden.
Yeah, so last week we were at 100 and then at 99, and then at 100 and then at 99, and this week we are at like 114 now.
Oh, yeah.
Something like that.
After a massive weekend for
113.
Cardiff.
Yeah, we had the NXT UK TakeOver Cardiff video hit 550 views on Aftermatch Wrestling instead of on No DQ, so that was huge. And then we got like 13 or 14 subscribers in 3 or 4 days.
Yep.
And so now we are at 100 and we have to go live, and here we are. Welcome everybody to What's NXT for September 4th, 2019. I am your host, the Rated R reviewer, Stephen Osborne, joined as always by the General Jerry Slaughter.
Good morning, wrestling fans.
And this morning we had an okay show.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad or anything, but it wasn't really anything to write home about. We got 4 matches, which everybody knows I love.
Oh, yeah.
And we started the night off with a match. And I didn't recognize the music, except that suddenly I thought Scott Steiner was going to be
just
there.
sirens.
Oh, it was the same siren, too. Perfect siren. Love that Scott Steiner siren. And Breezango, or Breezongo, however you want to say it, they come to the ring, and they are dressed as the Fashion Police. Of course, with the siren. And I was really hoping that they would completely repackage these guys, and especially Fandango. I was hoping they'd at least give him a name that wasn't Fandango.
I thought for sure he's going to just drop Fandango and just go back to being Johnny Curtis.
I mean, anything. Johnny Kickass.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Like, is he going to be the new Johnny Nitro here? Just have a different last name.
Call him John Curtis. John Curtis. Whatever. You can't call him Johnny because you got Johnny Gargano.
Yeah.
And we get a mention of him later on in this episode. Their opponents are Chase Parker and Matt Martell. And we don't know who these guys are, but apparently they're a very versed tag team. They have tagged together for 15 years.
15.
They've known each other since 3rd grade.
And they give each other a very, 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 very long hug at the start of the match. It was kind of one of those metrosexual moments where you didn't know which one was more flamboyant. We'll call it that. Because you had pretty much them coming out as village people, and then you had these 2 Canadian guys just hugging in the middle of the ring. It was kind of weird.
I don't know. This match was nothing special. It wasn't a squash match by any means. I'm glad that they gave a little bit of offense to this duo. Again, I don't know their names. Parker and Martell.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they gave a little bit of offense to them, because why else would you mention on commentary that they've been a tag team for 15 years? If they're going to get stomped into the ground by Breezango, you don't need to say they've been a tag team for 15 years, because you're just saying these guys are shit.
Yes.
They've been this bad for 15 years. No, they need to at least have some offense, and they did, but not enough. We saw what they're calling the fashion faux pas for the victory by Breezango. That's Tyler Breeze and Fandango, obviously. Yeah. So Tyler Breeze does a slingshot or a catapult into Fandango, who's on the apron, who hits him with the forearm.
Yeah.
And then when he falls back over Breezango's knee, or not Breezango, Tyler Breeze's knees.
The Breeze knees.
The Breeze knees. He needs that move, the Breeze knees. Somebody tweet Tyler Breeze. Anyway, when he falls back over the knees, Fandango does the slingshot into the ring with the elbow across the neck.
I was about to say, the only way that could look sicker is he comes off the top rope with that leg drop. I'm pretty sure that breaks somebody in half.
Sicker? I like the leg drop better because I'm pretty sure we've seen the elbow drop like that.
Yeah, we have.
This is not a brand new move, but it was all right.
The leg drop, especially if Tyler Breeze lets go of the opponent's legs right as he nails it, would look pretty cool, I think. But otherwise, you risk splitting the dude in half, and you can't have that. Not Full Sail.
So this was a good match. Not great.
No.
But it's just here to make Breezango look like they're back as a tag team. Yeah, it's going to build them up a little bit.
Yeah.
And I like it better than a full-on squash.
That was nice. They were great performance enhancers is what they were. They weren't jobbers by any means. This is not a squash, no.
Oh, this is looking all terrible. There we go.
There we go.
There we go. After this, we get Kathy Kelly interviewing Jordan Miles, who's walking into the arena, and he's walking with Keith Lee. My first thought, why has it got to be Keith Lee? But it actually turns out that storyline-wise, this makes sense.
Yeah.
Because Keith Lee tries to reassure him, hey, man, you made it through the tournament. You're going to be doing just fine. But at the same time, he's the same dude that only a couple of weeks ago was complaining that all of these guys are getting this opportunity in the breakout tournament, and he's been there for over a year, and he hasn't gotten that kind of opportunity.
Yeah.
So this might be the guy that Keith Lee turns on. Maybe he befriends him at first, like they form a tag team or some shit. But he's going to eventually turn on the guy that got the opportunity.
Well, I was about to say, we had that Shane Thorne dude acting the same way as well. He's been cruising through the...
Yeah, but see, he's actually taking some initiative here, and he's having these matches, and he's winning these matches.
Yeah.
Keith Lee was just complaining in one segment. I wonder if they're just going to forget about that, and this is going to be one major,
I think he's going to go after Jordan Miles, and I think the second we see Johnny Gargano again, Shane Thorne's going to come out there and start crap with him. So
we actually have some people watching live. This is going to be a new thing. Normally we don't interrupt like this, but see, Chris May said, y'all finally live. Metro window cleaning. Have you guys slept? No, we have actually.
We just got off work a little while ago.
Yeah, we got off of work. We got some food. We came here. We watched the show and figured out how to do this, which took a little while, but here we are. It's on 7:30 in the morning live. The Cleaver, Colin Andrews says, "Morning, boys. Good morning, Cleaver.
What's up, Cleve?
And where's my title?" Says finally live. Well, we want to thank you guys, everybody that's watching live and watching on demand, that has helped us get to over 100 subscribers
on Aftermatch.
On Aftermatch Wrestling. You can find that all one word, AFTERMATCH, Aftermatch Wrestling. And that's where now our NXT UK show goes first, and NXT.
Yeah.
That'll be in the NXT party. We're going to do that tomorrow. We're going to still record those. We have to Skype with those, and there's a lot of complicated issues, and I don't want to mess that up live.
No.
So Miles is basically just a little, I guess,
he's in the zone.
I don't know. He looked a little worried to me.
Well, I would be too if, my first, major match in NXT is going to be against Adam Cole, the champion. So
Converse Craig says, too early, dudes. We know. But for us, this is super late. So we're trying to split the difference. And thanks for joining us anyway. Ken Terminated by Google says, morning, everyone. And Colin says, just laying in bed tired. Ken Terminated by Google says, Colin Andrew. Okay, they're having their own little chat.
Yeah.
Let's move on. We go to just a breaking clip. It comes away from the announcers. Or the commentators, Io Shirai is outside with a kendo stick beating the shit out of Candice LeRae.
Yeah.
Just beating her stupid.
I'm telling you, dude, kendo stick on a pole match.
Please don't put it on
It's going to be on a pole.
Let
you know why? Because Regal puts shit on poles. He had the brass knuck. He had everything else going on poles for a long time. He's going to put a kendo stick on a pole.
If this isn't evidence that Vince McMahon is getting his hands into NXT, I don't know what is. So,
There'll probably be a match on the second week of NXT Live.
yeah, this match is coming up, but we are going to see Io Shirai in a couple of weeks, but we'll get into that later. Cameron Grimes is cutting a promo backstage, and he just keeps repeating himself.
Did you know that he lost in Toronto?
And over and oh, yeah, we were there live.
Yeah, we were there live.
Over and over, it keeps repeating himself that he lost. He was starting out at the top, now he's at the bottom, and he wants to climb back up and try to get a victory. And he keeps saying try, and I'm like, dude,
gold, and puts on a top hat and tries to look menacing, but he just looks weird and awkward.
This was weird and awkward. This is probably one of the more weird or awkward promos that we've seen on NXT. I didn't like this, but oh well. After this, we get our second match of the night. We've got Velveteen Dream and Kona Reeves. Love Velveteen Dream. I love Kona Reeves.
Kona Reeves is awesome.
I don't know about awesome. He's super green, but he's a lot less green than he was when we started doing this.
For what he lacks in wrestling ability right now, we're still going with for more makes up for in charisma.
He's found his charisma, and I've started to really like that pose that he does. That looks like a skiing long jumper.
Yeah,
looks like he's just trying to get himself out there. I dig Kona Reeves. I see him getting better, and maybe it's because I only see him in one match every 3 or 4 months. But he gets better.
Yeah.
And this was a pretty good match against Velveteen Dream. Of course, Velveteen Dream's carrying this guy.
Oh, yeah.
But he carries him through a pretty good match. I've got several notes. What do you think about the match?
I thought it was well executed. Velveteen Dream and Kona Reeves both tried to do the whole showboating thing at the beginning. And like with Velveteen Dream not even paying attention, just staring at himself at the belt. And just back and forth with the ego. And Kona Reeves actually got a good amount of offense in, which is always great. One thing that really bothered me about it is, as per usual, really didn't see anything new out of Velveteen Dream. Granted, like, if you have a system and it works, great.
Well, the one thing I think I saw new out of him is he actually finished the match with the Dream Belly Driver instead of going for the Purple Rainmaker.
That's kind of weird that he actually did that, but at the same time, I think that's also a testament to how pissed off Kona Reeves actually made him and how disrespected he felt when he started getting punched in the face.
Now, that was the end of the match. The only other note I have of the match was actually a Reeves spot.
Yeah.
He blocks a super kick that Velveteen Dream goes to do, and they're near the ropes. He blocks it and throws Velveteen Dream's leg over the ropes, and then does this running like pump kick to the side of Velveteen Dream's face. And he does another one shortly thereafter. But that first one was pretty wicked. And this is where he actually took over the match for a little bit and showed what he can do. Didn't really see any signature moves out of him after that point. But he looked better than he normally would. Yeah. And we didn't see a whole lot of rest holds or anything like that. This was a relatively short match, but there was no slow spots, really.
No, there wasn't.
But yeah, Velveteen Dream wins, and the story here isn't the match really, it's after the match where Roderick Strong shows up on the big screen, and he's burning something.
Yeah.
You can see it in just the way the light is hitting him, and he's talking to Velveteen Dream about saying the spotlight was on him now, and he had to steal the shit, something like that. Bullshit.
Because Velveteen Dream told him he needed to do something big and steal the spotlight for Velveteen Dream to even take notice of him. And boy, did he ever.
Well, there was essentially no surprise here.
No.
None. You said it like 30 seconds before we saw it.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, your prediction on how he was going to steal the show or get Velveteen Dream's attention was the couch itself and him coming out with the two hot chicks and the chalice and everything.
Yeah.
Onto the stage. This was even better.
Yeah, I think so too. He went all Rick James at it.
Yeah, if you haven't put two and two together, he set the couch on fire and he's somewhere outside broadcasting, and Velveteen Dream looks crushed. Like, it's a couch, dude.
Oh, he looks more like, oh no, he didn't. Maybe it's oh no, he didn't crush, but he was not pleased by this, not pleased at all.
No. I liked it better than just using the couch.
Yeah, I think setting fire to the couch worked just as well.
Now maybe if he had the chalice too and like threw it on the couch at the end of the promo,
Oh yeah,
that would have been the
that
icing
would
on
be
the
pretty
cake.
cool.
So after this, we get a video recap of Shayna Baszler coming to the ring last week with Duke and Shafir, and then my favorite spot of the night, in a night with great spots.
Yep.
Last week's show was awesome. If
Yes,
you
it
haven't
was.
seen our review of that show, go watch that on Aftermatch or on Nutty Q. It's both places.
Mhm.
She came out and wanted to say something on the mic, but instead we hear I am your brutality or something like that.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
This is my
Rhea
brutality.
Ripley. Yeah. Rhea Ripley, folks.
Yes.
So this recap leads into a promo for Rhea Ripley.
Yeah.
And it says that she's torn through everybody that she's faced. And I'm like, she didn't tear through Piper Niven.
Nope.
But we'll see what happens. I think it's this week.
Yep.
We're going to do that review tomorrow on the NXT party.
No doubt, probably her last match in NXT UK for a while.
I don't know, because we get news about the future of the NXT Women's Championship later, and it doesn't include Rhea Ripley. Maybe that's a little bit of a spoiler, but it just doesn't make sense. We are going to get a one-on-one match, though. Rhea Ripley versus Shayna Baszler next week.
Yep.
Yeah, next week. And it looks like it's a non-title match.
Yep.
So if she wins the match, you would think that she should get a title match.
I think she'll be put in contention, and I think it'll get turned into a fatal 4-way match on the first week of NXT live television.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get into that. We get an announcement later, right before the main event, that in 2 weeks' time, we're going to get a triple threat match for the women's #1 contendership. And Rhea Ripley's not in that match.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious how that's going to... Maybe it's going to end up being a fatal 4-way.
I think it'd be best to make it a fatal 4-way, but I think that's also going to mean Rhea Ripley gets the pinfall next week.
Hopefully. I'd love to see that.
That'd be wonderful.
So after that, we get our third match of the night. We've got Tainara, who is normally Tainara Conchi, spelled Conti.
Yeah.
However that works. And they figured it out. They just got rid of it.
Mm-hmm. Just dropped it.
Smart move. This is one of the people that came into the business with 2 names, and they dropped one of the names that I agree with. Because her first name is, original enough that I think it works.
Yeah.
So
Tainara
versus Bianca Belair. As soon as I heard that hair whip, I knew that Tainara was losing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she loses. She had my favorite move of the night, though. This like armbar over the top rope, but she pulls Bianca Belair like halfway over. Like it just looked really, really painful, and then pulls her over and drops her outside. Yeah. That somehow didn't look near as bad.
It's the actual arm wrench itself that looks just excruciating.
But the end of the match is Bianca Belair ends up doing a handspring moonsault. Holy crap, she was springing all over this ring. There were spots where they were going corner to corner, and she was doing these reversals and dodges that were just amazing.
And a pretty damn impressive drop kick. Like, she didn't catch all of it, but she got enough air that looked good.
Well, she hits this moonsault onto Tainara's back, and then she picks her. They do a little bit more fighting, but eventually she picks her up for the KOD.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. And I love the KOD. It's almost like a feast your eyes, but it's a sit out.
I'm about to say, it starts off with a torture rack or a burning hammer type setup.
So we're loving the burning hammer moves.
Oh, yeah.
If you haven't seen Dominic Dijakovic and Keith Lee from last week, go watch that match.
Yeah, we're going to keep on talking about last week.
The rest of the show was awesome, but at the very least, go watch that match. That match was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
So after this, we get an announcement for next week. Johnny Gargano is going to be there live. And, well, as live as it gets right now.
Yeah.
But he's going to be there to address his future. And I guess his future in NXT, that wasn't on the graphic, but I think they said that.
Yeah.
So we'll see if he's staying or if he's going. Personally, I think he's done everything he can in NXT, and it's time for him to go to the main roster.
I think he's got like 1 or 2 matches left in him, and I think one of them's going to be against Shane Thorne.
Well, you've got Heyman running Raw, you've got Bischoff overseeing SmackDown, and you've got Vince McMahon about to be distracted by the XFL. This would be the perfect time for him to actually finally fully get called up.
Where do you think he actually better used on, Raw or SmackDown?
205 Live.
Yeah.
For as long as it exists, and then in the cruiserweight division / mid card in either brand.
I think probably the thing is with his wrestling abilities and his cruiserweight tendencies, I'd say with Eric Bischoff. But when he actually goes into like that dark Johnny mode, I can actually see him more with Paul Heyman than anything else.
So we'll see. We got a week for that. And then in 2 weeks, as I said, so we get William Regal in the shot backstage. Like, this is basically what the GMs have been relegated to.
Yeah.
On this one and on NXT UK. They're just there to announce matches.
Yeah.
Basically. Or try to announce something and get interrupted. But either way. The triple threat match, as is going to be Mia Yim versus Bianca Belair versus Io Shirai. And winner gets to face Shayna Baszler for the NXT Women's Championship.
And that's why I think Rhea Ripley's going to get put into it as a fatal 4-way match.
Well, I don't see Io Shirai winning. She's got stuff going on with Candice LeRae. Mm-hmm. Mia Yim could possibly win it, but I really, really, really don't want to see that match again.
I really don't want to see her against Bianca Belair again either, but at the same time...
I'd rather see that than her versus Baszler.
I think Bianca Belair is our best bet at this point.
Yeah,
Bianca Belair, best bet.
So that brings us to the main event. And we know what that was going to be. It was going to be the NXT Championship match. We didn't know if this was going to be a really good match or something closer to what we got when he did the open challenge and brought the dude from the wrestling school.
Well, I knew it was going to be a great match, but I just also knew that Jordan Miles wasn't going to win, and it wasn't going to be his time just yet.
Oh, of course he wasn't going to win. This wasn't a great match, I don't think.
I think for what it was...
The last 90 seconds were pretty great, but
yeah.
That's about it. I have some notes, but before I get into those, what do you think?
With this match, you pretty much knew what you're going to be getting. You're going to get to see what Jordan Miles can do on main event setting, and he did all right for his first match. They keep on making it sound like, they're not making it sound like he's brand new to this. They actually mentioned the fact that he's been at this for, I think they said 11 years, and so they're saying he's not a rookie by any means, but this is like the biggest match of his career is against Adam Cole right now. I'm like, I somehow doubt that, but at the same time, okay, if that's what you guys want to believe, cool. We got to see the main spots out of Jordan Miles. We got to see the main spots out of Adam Cole, except for the Pamela Sunrise. We didn't see that in this match. But he didn't have to.
Well, he tried to do it.
Yeah, but he didn't have to land it either to beat Miles. So, and that's the other thing I really liked about this match too, was the fact that granted, we didn't see Jordan Miles winning, but at the same time, you could always see Undisputed Era running out and causing some crap at some point, especially towards the end there, when he could have won the match. But I'm glad that Adam Cole actually beat Jordan Miles on his own. There was really no cheating. There was no
need for that.
There was no foul play. There was no nothing. He just used his skill and showed why the hell he's actually the champion there.
The Undisputed Era didn't even come out and join him on the stage.
He didn't even come out the air. Like, Kyle O'Reilly didn't even come out the air guitar or anything.
Well, what boded well for this match for Miles was the fact that he's a babyface going against Adam Cole, who's at this point uber heel.
Yeah.
But everybody
still
cheers for
so
him.
over with the fans.
It's ridiculous. So he's gonna get some offense in here, and also Adam Cole's not that much bigger than he is.
No.
So it was a fine match. I've got several notes. There's one point where Adam Cole kicks Miles out of midair. Like he super kicks him while I guess he was going for a crossbody off the top, something like that.
Yeah.
And he hits a Ushigoroshi for a near fall. A really sick looking Ushigoroshi.
Yeah.
Like it looked like he, anyway. Jordan Miles hits a Tope Sudacita and a top rope splash for a near fall. That was probably the closest that he got. But he goes for that Midnight Star 450 splash. At one point he went for it, but Adam Cole gets out of it, but then gets set up again. He goes for it again, and Cole gets his knees up in the gut. Cole takes the knee pad down. He goes for the last shot, but Miles ducks under it and goes for the roll up. But then Cole kicks him through the ropes, and then when he goes to do, I like to call it the spring shot.
Yep.
Where he puts one leg over or through the ropes onto the bottom rope and then springs in. Well, he sprung into a super kick.
Eats a sick super kick.
Ends up on his knees, catches another super kick. Now he's sitting down and catches a last shot to the back of the head. 1, 2, 3. Adam Cole retains.
Yeah.
Duh. But like I said, the last 90 seconds of the match were pretty great. But overall,
that's pretty much any Adam Cole match. The guy knows how to finish a match.
Oh, no. Come on. At least half of the match that he had with Gargano TakeOver was great.
But no, I'm saying, like, he knows how to finish a match.
Well,
like,
that's true, yeah.
Basically, there's those big spots there. It's almost like watching a fireworks display. You're all oozing off through it anyway, but then that, finale hits. It's like maybe 30, 45 seconds long, and it's just awesome.
So that brings us to the end of the main event. And here on What's NXT, we like to rate the main event using the General's 5-star rating system. Mm-hmm. And Jerry, you always go first. Out of 5 stars, where do you rate this main event? Championship main event.
It was average to me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with a 3. Basically, I knew Adam Cole was not going to drop this title. It did very little to advance Jordan Miles at this point, but let people see what he can do. It gave Adam Cole somebody to actually beat on television, and...
Oh, wait. Holy crap.
What?
Holy shit, folks. I forget. We are the Rated R Show. Christopher Mace with a $5 super chat. First super chat. Who should face Adam Cole next for the NXT title?
Ooh.
Wow. That's a really good question.
I'd say at this point, possibly Pete Dunne, if he's still around after losing his match against Roderick Strong and Velveteen Dream. It only makes sense that he would try for another belt.
I'm gonna say Dominic Dijakovic.
Oh, Dijakovic would be an awesome match, but then one of them had to be face. I don't see Dijakovic being a good face at this point.
No. Heel versus tweener. Because you got Adam Cole, and when he's out there by himself, he's definitely a tweener.
You think Dijakovic would go and decimate the rest of Undisputed Era first?
I don't know. I kind of feel like at this point, Dijakovic's a tweener too.
Mm-hmm.
I think this match would work just fine. Because I was going to say Keith Lee, but you can't go with Keith Lee because he lost to Dijakovic.
Yeah.
That wouldn't make any sense. Definitely Dijakovic for me.
Yeah. That'd be an awesome match.
Or maybe Damian Priest.
Oh,
he's on a winning streak.
Damian Priest is a possibility.
It would be more believable for Adam Cole to beat Damian Priest and be his first.
Because a lot of people at this point are still saying, Undisputed Era versus Imperium at War Games. But if Roderick Strong doesn't end up winning his the North American Championship, I wouldn't mind seeing British Strong Style versus Adam Cole and Red Dragon in War Games.
I want to mention, Ken Terminated by Google said, Aaron would be here right now announcing that Chris Mace is the brand new Super Chat champion. I've thought about this. I didn't actually expect to get a Super Chat, but I thought maybe somebody would try to win the championship on our show. I am not sure whether or not I am allowed to let the Super Chat title change hands on this show. But this is only our first endeavor. We didn't think we were going to get 14 subscribers in 4 days. So, like, we promised to go live at 100. We are live. We did our best. Now that we've done this, I know that A, I need to get a better camera because we're using the camera in my laptop and it's not great.
No.
I know that. And B, I need to figure some shit out, such as the Super Chat Championship. So I will get back to you. Possibly Chris Mace is the new champ. We can find out. Fortunately, he's in one of the chat rooms, so he can find out today whether or not that's true. I will ask Aaron when he wakes up. Other than that,
Yeah.
I am going to say, for me, middle of the road is 2.5.
Yeah.
But for the last 90 seconds of this match being pretty awesome, I will give it a 2.75
That's
stars.
2 3/4.
Like, it wasn't great. And I was kind of doom and gloom on it from the beginning off of the back of a really meh show.
Yeah.
Not bad, but really meh. So hopefully our show was better than this show was. However, that brings us to the end of this episode of What's NXT. Thank you for joining us. Please join us tomorrow for the NXT party where we will be reviewing episode number 59, I believe, of NXT UK.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea who you're going to have on the big screen, but Chris Mace is here, Colin Andrews here. Maybe we can have them on if they are available.
Well, I know Chris Mace already said he would.
Absolutely.
He's going to be on the show regardless.
But if you would like to join us on a future episode of the NXT party and come help us review an episode of NXT UK, come have a spot of NXT with us. You can find me on Twitter. Go to nodq.com/Stefan. That's STEFAN. Oh, other side.
Yep.
Or if you just want to find me on Twitter, it's at Stephan R. Osborne, OSBORNE. As always, the R stands for restricted. You can also find the gentleman on Twitter.
At NoDQ General and also on my Facebook group Armbar, all capital, ARMBAR,
Exclamation point.
Join us there for wrestling discussion, wrestling memes. A lot of stuff going on with Jericho's Bubbly at this point. Lots of stuff going on with Jericho's Bubbly. But, yeah, we're at about 90 members again, which isn't bad, but there's only like 5 or 6 people actually actively doing anything.
Hey, that's fine. You know, I like stuff here and there.
Yeah.
I answer questions here and there.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I did. I just answered a question today about what my favorite match of the weekend was.
Oh.
And it was the tag match for the NXT UK Tag Team Championships.
That was a damn good match.
Yep.
Even the results are good.
Yeah, you can also find me on Instagram at osborne.stefan. I have 0 content. I have like a profile picture and that's it. But I've got like 50-some followers, so I think it'd be hilarious to get over 100 with no content. That would be great. If you'd like to help me and you think it'd be funny too, sure.
Yeah.
Find me on Instagram. Also, find us on our YouTube channel, Aftermatch Wrestling, all one word, AFTERMATCH, Aftermatch Wrestling. That's where our NXT UK videos and the ones that we do occasionally, like the Rated R Report, will go first and in HD.
It's hard to do those things with new work schedule.
So now that we've hit 100, our new goal is 1,000, so we can go live on that channel. And once we can go live on our channel, on Aftermatch Wrestling, we will go live with our NXT parties.
Yeah, pretty much. Or by then we'll have everything figured out.
Everything will be live.
Yeah.
If we can hit 1,000, shit, everything will be live.
Mm-hmm.
But until then, if you like our videos, click the like button that's underneath me. And if you like all of our videos, do yourself a favor, click the subscribe button that's over there underneath Jerry. And if you are subscribed to NoDQ.com, click that bell icon, because when we go again live next week with What's NXT, that'll let you know when we do it. There's no set time. It's when we get done watching the show, we start the show.
Yep.
So there you go. Is that all the plugs?
I believe it is.
All right, so I want to get into all of you guys' questions, not just the super chat. So that's why we wanted to start going live. We wanted to get questions from you guys to do at the end of the show.
Mean stuff.
What are you looking forward to the least about NXT going 2 hours on USA? That is from Metro Window Cleaning. For me, it's going to be watching an extra half hour of program before we do the video.
Yeah.
just the timing of it, because we get off at 4:30 in the morning, and then we have to get something to eat, and then come watch the show, and then review the show. So that extra half hour.
That pretty much even only leaves Hardee's at this point, short of White Castle, and that's just never a good idea.
And I know you say it's an extra hour, but really when you fast forward through the commercials, it's only about 25 minutes.
Yeah.
But we'll have to pause during the show, to make notes and shit like that. So that's what I'm least looking forward to. Other than that, there's no proven reports that Vince McMahon is going to be starting to run NXT like he does Raw and SmackDown. So I'm not worried about that until I see that it's happened.
Yeah.
What about you, Jerry?
Well, that was going to be my chief worry about it, but at the same time, I really don't have many worries about it either, because we're still going to get the same action, we're still going to get the same commentary team, I believe, so...
So Bear in the Wood says, good morning all from the UK.
Yeah.
Good morning, sir. Well, for you it's probably almost afternoon, but I think it is afternoon.
I think it's afternoon tomorrow.
Yeah. So good afternoon to you, Bear in Woods. Yeah, he says it's 12:35. Let's see. Any more questions? Isn't Ripley a heel? Yeah, Ripley is a heel.
I think she's going to be a full-on face here, or at least the anti-hero. Because the second the crowd saw her the other day, they erupted in joy, and also she had that. If she didn't have that smirk, she had a smile. She knew they were eating up the fact that she was there. So I think she's actually going to be like the badass face. Is what she's going to be.
She's definitely getting cheered.
She's going to be everything Becky Lynch should be.
Let's see. Chris Mace says Gargano is staying, in my opinion, since it goes live on USA. That's a good possibility. Baron Wood says, I know it's going to sound daft, but Toni Storm's facial expressions put me off. No kidding. Yeah, we watched her do that frown all through that match at Cardiff. And,
we're going to answer NXT UK questions, too, at the same time, since we're here.
Let's see. Kim Terminated by Google says, I hope so, Mace. I think Gargano will get lost in the main roster shuffle. Same with LeRae. I think Candice LeRae actually has a better opportunity on the main roster since the female division is so shallow right now.
Yeah. She'll end up being he'll end up being her manager at that point, or ring escort.
We've got some talk about what the word daft means. I'm not from Britain, but even I know what that means.
That means crazy.
Yeah, stupid.
As in Daffy.
Any other question for let's see. Chris May said Ripley doesn't have to change anything like Austin back in the day. He didn't change his personality. His opponents were changed. It's kind of true.
Yeah.
Trying to see if there's any questions for us.
I don't think there is. I think they're all just kind of talking amongst themselves.
Well, I did find a couple. Ken Terminator Google says he has a crush on Ripley. She's cute but intimidating. Man, I got a crush on her. I think everybody's got a crush on Rhea Ripley.
Stefan's ready to propose next time if he ever gets to see her live.
Yeah, if I ever go live, I'm going to bring a ring with me, just in case. You never know. You never fucking know. You ever see that movie?
You may carry her child. Who knows?
You ever see that movie where Jason Biggs proposes to the waitress and she says yes?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Let's see. Chris May says he gives it 3 stars. Baron Woods wants to know what White Castle is. White Castle is where you go if you've been constipated for a couple of days and you want a burger. Really tiny burger.
They're the tiniest of burgers. They're like, I don't know if you guys should see, but they're about this big.
They're the ones that coined the term slider for a tiny burger because their burgers and the onions that they cook them on make, like, they go through you. They slide right through you. Yep. And there you go.
And then you get the littlest pickle right in the middle. And you get like a sack of 10, and you probably eat about 7 or 8 of them and then start feeling the regret.
Let's see. Everybody's talking about Harold and Kumar go to White Castle now.
Yep. So, I think that's our cue to go off the air.
yeah, thank you guys for joining us live. And join us next week live, where, again, I'll probably try and get a better camera, and it'll be a better looking setup. But for now, I don't think we did too bad.
No, we didn't.
We made $5.
Awesome.
Holy shit. Thank you, Chris.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of that we'll see, but yeah.
We don't see any, but Boss Man will take it.
No. This program that Greg Cherry gave us or told us about, it actually bypasses that and it sends it to you, not the channel.
Huh.
So I think
Taco Bell.
Like when he did it, there should have been a little pop-up that came up in this area that announced it, a little alert, but I didn't see anything, but I wasn't really paying too much attention.
Yeah.
So I'll go back and look at that later. Any final questions before we go, guys? Oh, and Baron Woods, join us tomorrow for NXT UK, the NXT party.
Yep.
I would say, I mean, if you're in UK, I would hope that you watch NXT UK. Come on, man.
Oh, he does. He comments on almost every.
There you go. Gotta show some love.
Yeah.
Okay, they're still talking about Harold and Kumar. So, for the General Jerry Slaughter, I'm the Wizard of No DQ.
One Track Minds.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you in NXT time.